You are welcome to I Can Make It. In our last edition, we're talking about knowledge, and we just told you about the things you need to know. But today, we're looking at other things that will make you wiser and give you your portion in the land of the living. Because the land of the living, a man that have no information is like a man that live among the dead, though living. Don't leave it, because dead men don't talk, dead men don't go to work, dead men are not productive, they are dead. Now a man that have no information, which is the base of transformation, is like a man that is operating from that perspective. So you can make it, you can succeed, you can actually go forward in life. The truth of it is that you need to hunger and desire and desire. And when you desire these things, at the end of the day, you find out that you begin to grow and you begin to have substance. And substance make your life sustainable. Substance make your life sustainable. So without substance, you can't be sustained. So if you have substance, you can be sustained. So substance sustain you, and if you don't have those substance, you cannot sustain whatever you are doing. So I'm here to tell you, you can make it. I'm in the studio this day with my brother Callistus. I'm Simon Asamota. Hello, Callistus.
Hello, sir. It's my pleasure always, all the time,
Yeah.
to come and share.
It's a joy
great
to
thoughts
be
with
alive.
you. Yes, we thank God for life. I'm grateful. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so we want to continue in our series of wisdom for life. We always say that wisdom is profitable for direction. Wisdom will give you guidance. Wisdom will give you direction. Wisdom will show you the path to life. Wisdom will bring profit to your life. All right, so today we want to look at something very, very critical, very, very, very important. And here we see a man who has no concentration is going nowhere. All right, so when you have no concentration, you are going nowhere. So what are we talking about when we say concentration? We're talking about focus. Yes, that's the word focus. I'm sure you'll be asking what do we mean by we're just talking about what focus. We say focus on what you are doing. As long as you are sure that what you are doing is what you are called to do, stay there. Focus. Don't lose focus. You've heard of that story in the Bible, all right, where Jesus told Peter to come over and meet him where he was, and while he was going, he lost focus because he was looking at some noisome problems, all right, and then in fact, he was sinking. Jesus had to pull him up, all right. So we want to encourage you, please stay on what you are doing as long as you are sure that what you're doing is what you are called to do, all right. So we say when you have no focus and you are easily carried away by friends, by parties, by activities, by things that make no sense, by life, frivolities, and everything else. It says you will never succeed. Show me a man who is succeeding today, or show me a man who succeeded yesterday. I will show you a man who was focused, or I'll show you a man who is focused right about now. Just stay, all right? Stay on that vision, all right? Stay on that God-given vision. God gave you an idea. Don't give up. Keep at it. Keep digging. You will dig out the gold. You will find the gold. Just stay on that vision, all right? Don't forget that vision is supposed to solve problems, okay? Yes, vision is supposed to solve problems. Yes. It says where there is no vision, it says the people perish. Why would the people perish where there is no vision? Okay, I'll give you an example. You go to a village where a particular disease is killing people, is just eating people and ravaging them. If there is no vision from a man to build a hospital, or to build maybe just a cottage hospital or a clinic, so that vaccines can be supplied, medical, assistance and help, can come, the people will be destroyed. That whole community of that village can be wiped out. But because of a vision, all right, to solve that problem, to get a vaccine, to get medical facilities that will stop that disease ravaging the people will be preserved. But if there's no vision, the people will be perished. All right? So the airplanes that we see today, they are a product of what? Of vision. Somebody just woke up one morning and said, no, I know that birds can fly with people inside. All right? And today, we have planes. All right? So focus on that vision. Focus on that marriage. All right? Focus on that education. Focus on, that plan. All right? Focus on your life, and you will succeed. Yes, sir.
Well, many years ago, there is a story I read about this a general in the Italian army, and they were going to conquer a place. When they were going, they entered a boat with all his boys, and he told them that when we get there, we need to be focused while we are there. We are there to fight war, and we are not going to lose. But he said, what I'm going to do, all the boat we come with, I'm going to set on fire, and the only way out is that we are going to use the enemy's boat. So when they came down to start this fight, the boat that brought them to the place they were going to fight, so that they will know that there's no escape, they need to finish the enemy and go back with the enemy's boat. They set all their boat on fire. That tells you, for us to go home, we need their boat. Now, when the men saw there's no going back,
they have to finish that fight.
They had to finish that fight. And they used the enemy boat to go back. A lot of us think that there is a tomorrow. No, there is nothing like tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't exist. It's today. It's now. You have to be focused. A rolling stone gathers no moisture. You need to be focused. Tree can only be fruitful when it's focused. A tree does not travel. Well, your car shows you that all the trees are running. You are the one running, it's not the trees. For a tree to be fruitful, it needs to be focused, planted, rooted, grounded. Take its root downward, then you grow upward. Focus make you grow. Lack of focus make you groan. You groan. Be known for a thing. That is why as you grow in life, your life become more narrow. Now, you might enter into the broad way, congratulations, but you are going to end up just one direction. And that is why you are called a professor of banana, professor of pineapple, because with all, you have to focus in one area. What is your area of discipline? And even you say, I'm in medicine, what area of medicine? The man that deals with the ear, nose, and throat does not deal with the anatomy of the human body. Everyone has his own. A man that I remember there was this doctor that was treating bone. And if you tell him I have headache, he'll tell you call another doctor. But when it comes to bone, he knows the language of the bone. That's how life is. You need to be focused. In your area of discipline, you cannot say, what's your name? He said, I can do everything. He said, no, that is not the way. Jack of all trades, master of none. You need to master something. That is why when you go to school, they say you have master, because you have mastering in one area. So be planted so that you can be rooted. So that is the focus. Be planted. Be disciplined. Just be planted. Be known for something. So do you know this man? You say, no, I don't. That is why we have an address. Your address is your location, a place where you are planted. That's why I say call a house an address. So if you are focused, you will go forward in life. Your focus make people to acknowledge you. The focus is the impact that you make in life, because it can be seen, can be felt. If you want to make impact, it's like, for example, ordinary you cannot carry just be digging hole, but if you are focused, you can actually make impact in life. So be focused so that you can be impactful through focus.
Wow. Thank you so much. As we were talking, I just remember that actually to be focused is to be on your track. Just maintain your track. Have you wondered why that? I mean, they mark out the tracks for everybody who is running.
Yeah,
you have your space, yes, so that we can focus. Yeah, because if you enter another man's track, then there will be chaos.
And no problem, you will get to the end, but they will give the man that everybody will clap for you. That's the funny thing about it. You can actually run away from your track.
From your track.
And run, you are supposed to be in track 1, you now go to track 8.
Yeah.
And everybody say, hey, and you win. But at the end of the day, they will give the award to the man that was in
Who maintained, yes,
fifth
his
position, that maintained
his track.
his track. So
Wow.
you have to, or else
Wow.
you'll be distracted.
Wow.
Distracted.
Wow.
And you'll be distracted. So your focus gives you your end result. Whatever you are trusting God for, we say be focused. Husband and wife, and you see, that is why side chick doesn't make a marriage. You know, where you have to be focused. Just be focused. As you focus on your wife, you will get the best. Once you are distracted by side, you will now find out that is why God, you know why? That's why God did not put eye on our back. Because the eye on the back will distract you. And that is why people that are back are called backbiters. Because they are in the back. So you get, because, and the funny thing I want to tell you, don't tell anybody I tell you this. Anytime you have backbiters, all they want to distract you. If you look back, you will join their club. Just be forward. Allow them. They are behind. That is why they are always talking behind you. Can you be shocked why Jesus did not tell the devil to go to fire? He said, get behind me. You know what that means? Watch me prosper. Just watch.
Get thee behind me.
Yeah. He did not say,
me, yeah.
he did not say, don't distract me. Just stay behind me and watch me. You know, and it's very good. Sometimes, I was talking to my girl in the office, was asking me some question today. And I asked, I say, enemies are very good. I say, you need enemy. Enemy, actually, most of you that want your enemy to die, I don't pray for my enemy to die. I leave my enemy. It's good, you know. The best place your light can shine is in the midst of darkness. Enemies are good. I mean, you will not be more than holy than God that left the devil. Do you think God needs your prayer to kill the devil? He doesn't. Before you were born, he created the devil. He knows him. But he left him. Now, anything that you leave is because you are more powerful than that. You are bigger than it. So don't waste your time and pursuing the thing that does not exist. Allow them. Allow. You know, when the man went and said, look at the enemy has planted. He said, allow it. Let them grow together. Allow it. Let them, you grow. You shine your shine, I shine my shine, and you, let's grow. Enemies. I'll tell him, I said, these enemies, you are looking at the one, don't kill them. Because if all your party, only your friends attend, your friend actually with you well. Some of them supported you, gave you money. But the man that say you will not amount to nothing and you are giving him some amount, that's where something is happening.
Wow.
You can't amount to anything. And you gave him 10 million naira check because you give me some amount so that he can amount to something. You know, it's very good. Enemies are good. Don't kill them. I talked about the enemy, because when you are focused, it's because who is distracting you, you call the enemy.
You don't even know that,
yeah, you call the enemy. And the enemy want to distract. But listen to me. There are 3 enemies I know in life. One, the enemy you will feed. You have to be the one to feed that enemy. They are enemy, but you feed them. The enemy that will attend your promotion service, they will be there. Thou preparest a table before me, not in the absence. These enemies, they will be there when you are called and the buffet and you are being introduced. And they are there, you know. Do you know, will it shock you that you just be focused? That Joseph, Potiphar's and his wife were in that day when Joseph became a prime minister.
I'm telling you.
They were there, and Joseph did not. Please don't popularize your enemy. Don't tell anybody I told you this, because this is, you can make it. And you will make it.
Amen.
Now, don't popularize, because anytime when you are being promoted and you are talking about your enemy, you are taking him up with you. Leave him behind where he belongs. You move to the next level.
That's right.
Don't bring him here and say, oh, the people think. Who are the people? People, don't leave them with their thinking. Use your time, invest your time, be focused. A lot of us are too into what enemies are saying. As I'm talking to you, I know there are people we always talk. You know, he said, if you listen too much, you will hear your servant curse you.
I'm telling you, curse you.
Your servant, you will hear. And it's your servant, but it's cursing you. How can the curse of a servant catch a master? Then why are you a master if a servant curse can catch you? And it's your blessing. It's under your blessing, and it's causing your blessing. Can it possible?
It's not.
So why are you giving it attention?
Because
and whatever
is blessed by the greater.
Now, whatever you give attention to, he gives you direction. So it's very important that we get focused. I've just talked about this distractor, so you know, as you start your day, as you move your life to the next level, don't lose focus. I'm excited alive. Yes, there are challenges. There are things that are looking at your face as if you are not going to make it. Listen to me. You can make it. You can succeed. You can become that woman. You can become that man. You can actually bring to pass the reason for your existence. You didn't escort anybody to this world. You came alone. And there is a plan from the master man, from the man that made the heavens and the earth. He has a plan for your life. And that plan will not be aborted by any man. Stay focused. Don't be talking about, oh, this one doesn't like me. This one. Let me tell you, are there not people in your life you don't like? There are people I don't like. But you see, the reason is that everybody is not lovable. But you need to do good to all men. All men. Because there are people that doesn't even like your face. But we are not talking about likeness here. We are talking about living a life. Not because it's good, but because it's right. Because sometimes some things are good, but they are not right. So you do the right one. And just be right, and you see your life will always glow, and you shine forth in the midst of gross darkness.
Well, thank you so much. Did you hear that? Now, I tell you this, okay, just as you are focused, just live your life like you have an imaginary tape. You know, people who are running, there's usually a tape, that is a tape, you know, ahead of them, where they go and embrace the tape to finish their race. As you live your life, just be focused, just be looking, there's an imaginary tape, you know, looking at you, waiting for you to do what? To embrace it. But if you don't focus, you may run what? Out of course. We want to encourage you, please be focused, all right? It's focused people that succeed. Thank you so very much. We want to look at the next one. It says, a man who has neither plans nor visions. You need to plan your life. You need to have vision. I mentioned it earlier, but I need to also mention it again, all right? That your plans and your visions have different phases, okay? At different times, all right? So you can have plans for today. You can have plans for a long-term plan or a short, term plan. Even vision. You can have a vision. What is vision? Vision is just where I want to go to. Vision is destination, what you want to be or where you want to go to. All right? One thing again about vision is that you must see, without mission, your vision is nothing. I am seeing where I want to go to. If there is no transportation to go to that place that I want to go to, my vision is just what? It's just a mirage. It's just a mental thing. All right? So as you have your vision, you must prepare what? Your transportation to get to that place. You must, all the activities put together. All right? For example, you say you want to build one-story building. Okay, so fine, you have that picture, you have a mental picture of that vision, you have a mental picture of that one-story building that you want to build. All right, but you need to get an architect to do what? To put on paper, yes, to put on paper what that picture, yes. After that, you need laborers, you need workers, you need people to do what? To exhume the foundation and lay the stones and put concrete and all that. And then you begin to build until finally it becomes a perfect one-story building. That same picture that you have in what? In your mind. All right, so we want to encourage you, all right? You can have visions for small things or small times, all right? You can have your daily visions or daily plans. You can have for 1 week. You can have for 1 month. You can have for 1 year. You can even have for 5 years, all right? We also want to encourage you, those of you who are husbands and you are wives, you can also have what? Marital visions. You can have visions in your family. You and your spouse, you can say, okay, look, let's plan. In the next 5 years, this is what we want to have, or this is where we want to go to. This is the kind of house we want to build. And then you plan, okay? You plan. Your spouse is working, you are working. You bring your money together and you synergize, all right? As you synergize, you plan, and as you have planned, and you work at it, that very time, that 5 years that you are targeting, you will come to that plan and you will fulfill it and you will succeed.
Okay. Any home that does not have a plan never succeed. Whether organization that does not have a plan, they have nothing to organize. A marriage that does not have a plan will only end up in sex. Now, when you sex, you bring forth children to this world without plan, your children will roam the streets. We roam the streets. We roam the streets. And because you have no plan, you will born beggars, because you are the father of beggars. So for you to see productivity and increase without a plan, it's a lack of plan that make you have children that does not have address. It's lack of plan that make you have children that are not in school. It's lack of
That's
plan
right.
that make you have children that you can't cater for. You say, yes, God said we should go and multiply. He did not say go and multiply and be foolish. He asks you multiply, replenish the earth. He gives you authority, he gives you dominion. Even our parents, before our turn, when they bring children to this world, they direct them. They have big farm, they do things, and they have many wives. The purpose of having many wives, many children, because of big farm. And you could see what they did. In our time, we need to have plan for our family, have plan for your organization, have plan. Your plan is not my plan. Look at what we wrote down here. The key to failure is lack of vision. You wake up and you have no plan, you have no plan for your day. No plan that will lead you to success in life. Nations that you see today that are well-built nations, we want to travel to this nation. They were being built by men of vision. I remember many years ago, some few years ago, I was in Dubai. I got to Dubai. I trekked. I was so tired. I entered the what do you call it? The bus station. It was AC that was there. A man taught. I was so in Dubai. All of a sudden, I saw the traffic light show green. We were driving. All of it, the road parted. I'm not talking about the one that Moses parted the Red Sea. The road parted. And the road parted. A ship passed the road. And I watched it. The road covered and we passed. And this was a plan of a man. And yet, there are some people, they don't have, and they have the money. Listen to me. Men are not blessed because of money. Men are blessed because of what they do with money. And everything God gives to us, every nations of the world, he gave us raw material. The ability to use those raw material to begin to create wealth that becomes a blessing, not a curse, to the people and the citizenry of that nation. The same thing as it is to the nation, so it is to the people that live there. There are nations of the earth today. You can't even. I remember my friend traveled one time. He said that they wanted to take water. They make an announcement, and because he has grown up in this side of the world, he had to go and fetch a bucket of water. And the wife called him a genius, and said the guy was calling his friend, "My husband is a genius. My husband is a genius." I said, then if you come to Africa where we live, everybody's geniuses here. We have a lot of geniuses. The fetching bucket of water to keep and yet preserve water because of there's no tomorrow. That's to tell you, we are blessed people. We are blessed people. Our race is not a curse. But what is wrong with a black man? It's planning and fulfilling those plans. Planning and fulfilling them, walking according to those plans. What is I remember many years I was hearing the millennium goal. I don't know what has happened to those goals today. I remember in 1985, in 1980 something, I was hearing the vision 2020. Now we are in 21, and I've not seen 20 things. So it has to be with vision. You see somebody, because you are in office, you do things for the 4 years you are going to be in office. Doesn't know that when you leave the office, what happens? We are building a road. We build road with the kinds of the size of our siren. But when you leave, what will happen when others come? Let us always have plans that we take the generation next. Do you know what I find out in life? That a lot of people operate under a serious course. Now, sometimes recently I begin to see people that work for you. When you see somebody that work for you and do the job very well, when you have paid the person, he has gone, and you just be walking in your house, all of a sudden your minds, and you operate with those things that the person have done. You say, oh, God will bless this person. He did a very good job. The blessings continue. But there are some people that have worked with you, and the moment you see what they did, you rain curse on that person. Oh. It will not be well with this person. Look at what he has cost me. I remember I was reading one day, I saw a place, it said, Alexander the Coppersmith have done me much evil. And I said, Alexander the Coppersmith, after so many years, Alexander the Coppersmith is still being remembered. Now listen to me. What are you doing? Let us look at vision. No plan. Look at what it says here. He said, no plan
plan.
for your day. No plan that will lead you to success in life. When you have vision and goal, short-term and long-term goals, it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. If you don't plan your life, who will plan it for you? Who will plan it for you? Who? Who will plan it for you? Who will plan it for you? You have to. There are some plans you plant that enter into generational nest. When you plant a tree, you know that the fruit, you are not going to eat it. And yet you plant it. That's a man that look above. And if you go above, you will go higher. Now look at what it says here. He talked about where it says, so who will plan it for you? Who? For you. Let the crowd sit down and think
About the best things.
about the best things you can do to be successful and be successful and be successful. If you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. Now, if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. I want you to know you can make it, you can succeed, you can become that man through plan. Why not sit down today, take pen and paper? I remember many years ago, I draw out a plan of what, you know what plan actually, what your plan, drawing out a plan will do for a young man, it will guide you. I remember, I as a young boy, one day I was seated. I want to share this with you. Maybe you are a young man looking at this program and you think you are missing something because you are not into fornication and doing all of those things. You will miss a lot when you don't plan, and you will miss a lot if you don't fornicate. There are things you miss. What will you miss? You miss dropping out of school when you don't fornicate. You miss dropping out of school. You miss having a unwanted baby. You miss this thing. You will miss it a lot. You miss having STD. You miss it. You miss having HIV. You miss all those things. You will miss having the wrong appetite. You know wrong appetite? A man, a young man that has slept with about 10 women before he got married, it's like a snake that's only in neighbor. You have to taste. The day you see Bum, you are looking, which of the Bum is this? Is it number 6 or number 8? So you'll be Bum afflicted. So you need to know this. These are the things you miss when you say you should not go into funny occasion before you get married. What are the things you miss? All of these things. You miss dropping out of school. You miss having STD. You miss a lot. You miss you miss this cervical cancer. You miss a lot. You know what are the things? You meet gonorrhea, you meet syphilis. You know what I mean, syphilis?
Syphilis.
See, no, I call it syphilis.
Syphilis.
You miss syphilis. You miss a lot. And at the end of the day, you'll be celebrated.
That's
you
right.
say you can make it. You can. You know, I was having erection one day. I had and I wanted to sleep with a woman. I have not married. Then I begin to think, what causes how? I prayed. The more I prayed, the more the thing get up. So what did I do? And I begin to check. And I draw out a biro and paper. And by the time I draw out a biro and paper, I begin to plan. That was the end. That erection disappeared.
That's right.
And that erection disappeared because every erection you have as a young man is responsibility. Take responsibility. Well, I want to say thank you for listening to us and being a part of this program. And this is Simon and Sebota. I'm Brother Callistus. Say you can make it. Until I see you again, God bless you. Bye-bye.